Hey, what's up? It's Chris BL. It's Monday. I'm redoing this, so what I just got done saying, I most likely won't put it back in there. I kind of want to keep right now. I'm dealing with my lease agreement. When you live in Montana as a Native American, for some odd reason, people don't think that you can read and write and do basic math. I can guarantee you I have not made it this far in life without the comprehension of a freaking eighth grader. Anyway, what happened this week? I had my building called police on us. Don't know why. Don't really care. Nothing changed. I think it was on the other videos talking about that. I have to give my landlord a call. I'll tell you this right now. Okay. Question here. Okay. What kind of gets me is I wonder this. Okay, what I wonder is if you have enough money to pay your rent and you have the exact amount, okay? To pay your rent. If you're $1 behind to pay said rent, would you literally... there's like that late fee stuff. Okay, I'm not getting this. I'm not getting that. So if I had enough money to pay my whole rent, I'd rather not pay it, so I can get a late fee on top of another late fee. So, I mean, what's getting me is I'm wondering is like, why would I do that? Why would I want to pay you more money? If all I gotta do to not pay you more money is pay you money on time. And what's getting me is the fact is I supposedly supposed to be giving you this rent, but I supposedly am behind a certain amount. And what kind of bugs me about that is, I know what a contract is. I know what a lease agreement is. I know what a contract is. Knowledge is power. Don't ever let the world ever tell you different. And I'm hoping natives look at my face, this thing right here, because the fact is these companies are owned by white people. I mean, Caucasians. They put these people in positions where, they want you to use your feelings. Okay, first thing about feelings is when you start running with your feelings, logic goes out the window. Logical things can't come out of feelings. I mean, to an extent they can, but it's like haphazard. Meaning, like, okay, perfect example right now. I've been living here perfect example. Before I moved here, I lived in Missoula. I went to work on regular, but my wife, her family, and whoever the hell else she had there would do all kinds of shit while I was gone. So every day I'd come home and there'd be a sign on my door. And, man, some of them were legit, but they went from legitimate to damn ridiculous. Okay. The ridiculous one that the last one I got said something as this. Um, so and so, you need to vacate home immediately. We have had hazardous waste, um, something. I'll just give you that. I'll just give you just the fucking app. Somebody in that neighborhood threw up a bunch of blood, and we got fucking blamed for it. Okay, and I literally grabbed that paper because every time I come home, there was a paper hung up on my door almost every single day. There was less of a time when I didn't have a single piece of paper hung up on my freaking door every single day. Okay. Anyways, okay, so what I do, I go over there and I literally tell her, you can't blame us for every little thing that happens here. It ain't my fault that somebody freaking threw up a bunch of blood and then left it. And then oh man. I remember what she said. She was like, and her name was Maritza, Fidelity Management. I'll say that because Fidelity Management in Missoula, ran by Maritza. I don't remember her last name, but her name was Maritza. And she says this to me. Well, you kind of people need to start learning how to clean up after yourselves. I was like, whoa, hold up. That first little part right there, I was like, hold on, what do you mean by us people? And she froze. And I was like, are you talking about my people? Are you talking about people in general? What do you mean by us people? And there was a lot of conversations. I mean, oh man, she was a fucking disgusting bitch. She would always, if a native went through, they were going to my house. If somebody of freaking any minority came through this property, they were coming to my house. Anyway, so it stopped right there. I was like, hey, you know what? And then I was like, hey, you know what? If anybody's to do that, I would have fucking made them cleaned up because we're not disgusting like that. Us people ain't disgusting like that. We are not savages. Okay, so I would, and she's like, no, I wouldn't cut. No, but you said us people. So, and there was many times I should have turned her in, but I'm one of those guys that really, really try not to play the race card. Playing the race card doesn't help, but I look back on it now, I think, man, I should have, but I didn't. I didn't play the race card, and I should have. Fidelity Management, her name is Maritza. You can beg to differ what I say. If you live there, awesome. I left there with a $6,000 bill with eviction too. So thank you, Maritza. Appreciate that one. Okay. Anyways, but okay. Back to what I was saying. All right. About feelings. Alright, feelings. Okay, anyways, okay. Okay, back to where I'm at. Okay, so I'm in a Treasure State right now. I have a rent in an apartment, a 2-bedroom. I pay enough to live here. Okay, well, anyways. Okay, so now you know the background. Now I'm gonna tell you what's up. Okay, anyways. Okay, so one day, I drop my daughter off. She goes to school. I go check the mail. I check my mail. I look at it, and I'm like, whoa. It has this late fee on it. It's like $500. I'm gonna round it up. It's $500 late fee because of I didn't pay my rent on time. Okay, so I was like, what? I was like, okay. I was like, oh fuck, I just gotta go pay it. That's it. $500. Go pay it. Go up there, and then I questioned, and I was like, well, here, I owe this much, and why do I? And I start asking, and then she's all like, she gives me this like babble of, oh well, you pay this, this, and this, and then you pay this, and then you pay, and then I'm like, whoa, and then I'm like, whoa, I thought utilities and everything were included. She's all like, oh well, you get a small something of this, and I'm like, oh okay, yeah, no, because honestly, my manager, she's cool. Management that I've dealt with, they're pretty decent. Anyway, so I don't mind it. I just freak out. She's like, oh well, takes my price, goes and like cuts it down to like 4 or something. Anyways, so I go and $400 ain't $400. Okay, that's half my rent that they said that my late fee was on, and what. Okay, anyways, so I go and I just fucking sign. I just go and pay it. I just go pay it. Pay it. I need a place to live, my house, my place, I need somewhere to live. Okay, anyways, so on and so forth. Next thing, and I'm pretty certain I'm caught up on my rent because we get that stimulus, right? I end up paying like $1,200 for everything, so that should make me down to 0. Okay, supposedly down to 0, and another then I think month and a half, another like 2 months. I get this paper in the mail saying, oh, you owe this much, and this time I'm like, oh hey, hold up. Okay, I'm like, hold on. This time I don't just, oh shit, oh man, This time I'm like looking at it, I'm like, hold up. I just got to give you like $1,200. That's for the late fee, plus that month's rent, plus something that I have no idea. Okay, anyway. Happens next is I'm like, okay, well, you gotta tell me why it's this. Alright, check this out. And then and this dude calls me up, tells me, and I ask him straight up. I ask him plain, simple to the point. Well, how much does it cost to live here? How much? That's what I need to know. Because one thing says something, and you're telling me different. And the fact is he said, he lied. What's it say? He lied, and I ended up calling his superior, the actual management of the whole properties they own. And I'm like, okay, well, I only pay this now, because that's how much we agreed on in the first place. And now what's getting me is like, okay, but yeah, that's what's going on now. And I'm thinking like, well, you know what? I am not gonna pay this much money because, and it's just getting me right now. I live somewhere, and it's my perspective. It really bugs me that what's going on with me. For the fact is that they're doing this to me on the ignorant of thinking how ignorant I really honestly am, and that sucks. Okay, well, anyways, you guys have a good day. God bless. Thank you. Peace.